Previously on Ys IX Monstrum Nox, Marius revealed that the dormant homunculi were still programmed to serve Shadow Lord's agenda, and therefore they had to be slain to prevent them from causing problems, including himself. On the bright side, the party managed to get Smirnov to reunite with the whole Noah family. Welcome, welcome. You guys picked the perfect time to stop by. So I managed to get in some real quality meat for the Victory Day Festival. A little time and elbow grease and voila, smoked meat of the highest degree. It'll cost you a pretty coin or two, sure, but give it a try. You won't regret it.
Hey there, early bird gets the worm.
Too bad I can't eat it myself. I bet it would have been the best healing item.
Come back if you get the early bird gets. Where you going, huh?
They say Master Shadow Lord hasn't returned to his chapter house since the big incident. Suppose this goes a bit deeper than just storming the Governor General's, huh? Yeah, every time I think about it, my mood just gets that much worse.
Oh.
Boy, am I glad the Victory Day Festival kicked off without too much trouble. Now I can treat all my customers to some 100 years of war trivia. Do you know this festival was originally held to honor the souls of fallen soldiers? Which means the right way to spend this piece is by honoring all the lives lost to earn it. I get the impression the Knights' revolt petered out just as it was gaining ground. Settling for putting them on probation was an unexpected move on the Romans' part. Indeed, it was not so much a show of force as it was one of reconciliation. That would sound reasonable enough. Were Romn itself not the one always waging war upon surrounding nations? Quite right, Master Wajun. No matter how its territories improve, an invading nation shall always be just that. I learned a great deal about Rom's idea of reconciliation next to this. It seems our little reconnaissance has borne some fruit after all. Indeed, Master Wajun, though the vast majority of it was closer to sightseeing. This will be the last bath time. Sadly, still no ecchi cutscene. It's a wonder we even made it to Festival Day given all that's happened recently. Still, any Glean merchant worth their salt knows this is the biggest event of the year. People may be a little riled, but we'll do our best to kick things into celebration mode. The knights guilty of this transgression have already been apprehended, but from what I understand, you're still under the impression that Balduq is still in danger. In short, yes. According to my daughter, something is afoot that she cannot divulge. Something that the knights could not do alone. There's a side of this that has yet to rear its head. That is all the information I have at the moment. It's best you and your people stay vigilant. Indeed, I will heed your warning, Mr. Pendleton. Monstrums without a doubt are blameless for this atrocity. As a matter of fact, I am inclined to believe that we are on the same side. I'd be hesitant to believe this were I hearing it from anyone other than you. Oh boy, Festival Days really snuck up on us this year, huh? It's a red letter day for merchants like me. Make it or break it, all or nothing. Me, I'm going for it all. Time to put all my business strategizing to the test. Oh me, something tells me she's feeling a little too shy to speak up. I imagine I must have been that way myself at first. Guess she'll just have to keep on plugging away till she gets used to it. Welcome to Ugh. Ugh, how are you supposed to not get embarrassed shouting at people? Master Giselle gave me a chance to help her out, but I'm hopeless at this. Well, out having fun with the whole gang, huh, Krisha? Here, I've been handing these out for a festival. Take it. Cheese. Wow, thanks so much, Angela. Oh, don't mention it. I know how busy you are with the shop. We gotta enjoy your time off you can get. Thank goodness the Roman army managed to reign in all the hullabaloo in town. We wouldn't have been able to hold the Victory Day Festival this year otherwise. You kids make sure to enjoy it as much as you can. I know I will. Hooray, the Victory Day Festival is finally here. I've been to several of them since we lost our nobility. But this one's the best year yet, because Papa gets to enjoy it too. Noble life always kept me too busy to know what the city was like during the festival. But you know, attending the festival festivities is an ordinary civilian and surprisingly fun. Though nothing could ever compare to giving Paul a chance to enjoy himself for once.
Yes.
Well, hello there, everyone. I'm sure you've heard, but the Knights will be suspending operations for now. As for me, I'm officially returning to the Order to help supervise the chapter. Oh, well, congratulations, I think. Whatever happened to Gilbert, though? Heh, so now you're in charge of a whole flock of singing ducks. That's rich. Heh, I suppose it is a bit ironic. But with Master Shadow Lord's disappearance, the Knights are without a leader now. That makes it my duty as essential to keep them on their feet. Lucian seems to be taking Shadow Lord's death pretty hard. It's only natural considering how attached he was to him. Knights have been put under the supervision of the Roman garrison. We'll be keeping a close eye on them to make sure another revolt doesn't happen. So that guy's the other seneschal, huh? The one who went missing. We better see if he has any clue where they went then. The majority of us Knights are spending our probation within the chapter house. Each squad has been devising their future policies alongside independent training. We may not have been informed of what happened, but I think we have an idea. All the same, just where did the master disappear? Not to mention seneschal. Or cough, pay me no mind. Just a slip of the tongue there. So Gilbert disappeared. I knew this had to be done, but I've never seen the Knights this glum. I'm glad they got off on probation, but it won't make up for the trust they've lost. Still, the last thing I want is for them to swallow their shames and regrets. I mean, everything the Knights do, they do it for Balduq, you know? So to cheer them up, I've heard them the finest meat, money, and time can get. I won't be needing all of it, though, so you can take some if you like. And I'll cook up so much food those Knights won't know where to put it. I think the Roman garrison had no hand in any corruption of any sort. We've committed a sin of immense gravity in impugning their trust and honor. And I'm delighted Seneschal Lucian has returned to us, of course. But even if we didn't contribute, accepting penitences are the due cost for our compliance. Yeah, well, you're pretty much on your own with that one, Mr. Honor Student. Everyone else at the chapter house is practically yawning themselves to tears. As if a world-class slacker like you has any cause to complain. Still, I'm no different in wishing things had turned out some other way. Perhaps I'll go use this time to get some exercise at the training grounds later. Prime smoked meat, you're the one, huh?
Oh.
Oh, this aroma is rather pleasant. Owls normally consume only live prey, but Arthur has a preference for smoked meats. Would you care to feed him, Adol? Coo. He came before being called. Interesting. Give Adol some space, Arthur. You hold out the piece of smoked meat. Arthur cheerfully gobbles it up.
Unbelievable.
Always a glutton as ever, aren't you? He's taking a liking to you, Adol. It's rare for him to be this friendly to someone other than myself. Is it that unusual? How long have you had Arthur? It's a long story, but I suppose I have time. Since before I could remember, I preferred solitude. As a boy, I was raised in the underground world by another black market dealer. He taught me skills I needed to survive in an unforgiving environment. Reconnaissance, subterfuge, maintaining a low-profile fighting. I understand now that he was preparing me to be a successor as a Glean royal spy. It wasn't until much later that I learned of that other clandestine occupation of his. When I was 10, he left me in the forest teeming with monsters for a month, a rite of passage. In what I thought were my last moments, surrounded by starved beasts, Arthur found me. He protected me from them, saving my life. I didn't know what the owls ate at the time, and all I had were smoked meats. When I offered some to him, he picked at it with hesitation at first, but he grew to enjoy it. Ever since then, Arthur's always been at my side. We're both misfits, Arthur and I. I knew owls lived for many years, but we've been together for what feels like a lifetime already. I can't imagine life without Arthur. I've never seen you laugh before. You two have a fascinating relationship. Yes, I consider myself very lucky. I think Arthur is trying to say that he wants to help as well. I might not be with you for long, but in that time I will repay my debt. Let's continue this partnership until then. Okay, leveled up his skill. Arthur's been tracking the Lemures by detecting the traces of malice they emit. It's about time I give him a break. How about it, Adol? Care to join us?
Nice wind blowing today. It's been a while since Arthur got to fly as he pleased. My final mission is now complete.
You did well. I would have liked a better look at that seal.
It wouldn't have been possible were it not for you. It doesn't feel right to celebrate on the eve of your upcoming battle. Still, it's good to have someone to share this with. With the Cardinal watching over the princess, I can retire with peace of mind. All that remains is to repay what I owe to all of you. After that, I wouldn't mind going somewhere quiet, far away from here. Just me and Arthur.
Make it sound like your life is over. What will you do after that?
Nothing. I've accomplished enough missions to last a few lifetimes. I started when I was just a kid, and now I'm done with it for good. There's nothing left for me to do.
How about finding something new? There's more to life than just missions.
Then...
Something new. Come to think of it, I've never considered doing anything else. But you make a good point. The end of one thing marks the beginning to another. I envy your insight. The things you must have seen on your travels. But knowing the way you see the world, it reassures me that there's something out there waiting for me.
You tell Maxim that the world is vast. That there's something for everyone, him included.
Of course, so I'll have to wait until Balduq's future is safe. What do you think, Arthur? Where would you like to go after this is all over?
Your affinity with Maxim is now at max. Oh, it's you all. Belger and Margot, what are you two doing here together? Oh, nothing really. I've just surrendered myself to the warden, you see. Sorry for putting you all to that trouble of breaking me out. You what? This is quite an unexpected development. Why'd you do that? I thought we'd call a truce. Enough with the insinuations. Having now recaptured Margot Race, I've granted her a special case exception. She is to be released on temporary parole to deal with the remnants of the resistance. I was simply having her swear as much under oath. You mean you're letting her free, like you did with us? Phew, don't scare me like that. It's safe to say those who spiraled out of control are sorry for what they did now. They've been desperate for a way, any way they can lend their aid to Balduq. And it's my responsibility to push those youngsters in the right direction. So I've taken the reins asking the warden if we can't put them up to a new course. The city's still in turmoil over all the knights have put it through. As such, I am merely allowing them to aid in restoring the peace. The same with you. Do you hear me? You'll find me dead before I let you go about as you please. God, looks like things have taken a real turn here, huh? Let's just leave them to it. We have rounds to make. Look for them to accept this. I will grant this special exception, but only as long as the situation remains unclear. Given the circumstances, I have no other recourse but to ask for your aid. The festival may be a fine distraction, but I'm sure there are many still ill at ease. I'll lend a hand wherever I can as well. The stay will be an eventful one, no doubt. Don't let your guard down, all of you. Probation, that's nothing. You ask me, those knights should have been disbanded. They only got off easy because the warden wants to build a rapport with Glia. Letting a conquered territory honor their victory day feels a bit too lenient as well. It just goes to show how generous Warden Belger is. All we can do is follow his lead. I do believe we've seen the end of this whole dispute by now. He may not look it, but the warden's more understanding as a person than you'd expect. An official notice explaining the situation arrived from Warden Belger the other day. He said it would take time, but that he hopes to resolve things as amicably as possible. But his response was a sincere one. My husband and I were quite reassured. And I, for one, am willing to place my trust in the warden's peacekeeping potential. I thought we'd never break out of there. Well, we're back in town now. But it's been a few days, and we ain't got food, money, or a place to sleep. Even then, I don't feel like stealing again. I know, boys, we ain't got much luck doing anything. Prison life ain't easier either. You can say that again, boss. So what are we gonna do now? I'm so hungry. Peck's looking like a mighty juicy ham right about now. And don't forget about the guards. They're likely red in their heels. Hey, it's the free morons. They must have found a way out. I don't think it's a good idea to be letting them roam free. Hold it, we're being watched. Is it the guards or the monstrums? You guys are overreacting. It's probably just some harmless old lady out in a stroll. Silence, we ain't no laughingstock. And where do you learn your manners? We're having a very important meeting right now. Okay, sorry. Their fate is of little importance to us. But I would not be displeased if those outfits spontaneously combusted into flames. If we don't leave behind this life of crime, I might end up pushing daisies. What should I do? Just in case you didn't know it yet, I ain't the real white cat. So don't turn me in. I'm clean as a whistle. Okay. Should we really listen to him? Yeah, we might be free men now, but life's still an uphill battle. I'm so hungry, I might go mad. Seems the warden's shuffling things around with prison ops and security. Inmate work hours are reduced until they get their new system going. So we'll make sure to work them extra hard to make up for all that lost time.
Felix!
Good job today, Felix.
Yeah.
You too, Yufa. All of you did well. All in the day's work. Aren't you going to be in tonight's show, Felix? Of course, I want you to give it your all. But I also don't want you to get hurt. I'll be extra cautious today. I'm sorry, I'm always making you worry, aren't I? So I heard the Dandelions been pretty busy lately. We've all got challenges ahead of us. It's the day everyone's been waiting for, the Victory Day Festival. We got it all today. Gladiators, bullfights, even Pendleton's got something lined up. But the real party kicks off when the sun goes down. I'd best be seeing you there. Oh, so now you want to bar me up, huh? I see how it is. But I'll take it. Just leave it to me. Working the crowd is my job, after all. Thank heavens the revolt got snuffed out. I was starting to think it might never end. Good thing I stayed put instead of packing up and moving back to the spawning right away. Now we've got a schedule full of shows to put on. Best of luck out there, Benze. After that whole affair with the Knights, today feels like it flew in out of nowhere. I'm still a little jumpy from it all, but I'm gonna have to start switching gears. Doesn't matter what went down before if the tourists won't know the difference anyway. The patrols previously handled by the Knights have been suspended for now, but the local militia has seen fit to step forth and make up for this deficiency. Let's show respect for the people's cooperation and crack down on crime. Yes, sir. We'll try not to fall behind the local militia. My big old sidekick's taking part in one of the bullfights today. And what's more, it'll be face-off against that talented upstart Felix. This is his first time taking the stage here in Glia. Oh, I'm so excited. Moo! The revolt failed in the end. But I hope this at least opens Rom's eyes a little about how we really feel. Otherwise, the knights who rose up for us won't be able to rest in peace. The Colosseum's got a whole slew of events scheduled for today. I hear even Pendleton's got some sort of street performance lined up. The bullfight's pretty late on the list, so I figure I'll just tour the stalls till then.
Hey there, I recommend. Didn't see anything you needed?
I'm so relieved Felix made it back okay. I was getting pretty scared for him there. It'd be just awful if he was still locked up in that prison on the festival of all days. Well, anyway, I've got a packed house to sort out. Time to get to work. Whew, it's been a hectic past few days, but we made it through alright. We've been in a frenzy ever since we got word the festival would be held as planned. Had to pull it all together. Hammers out, fires roaring. It was total chaos, I tell ya. But hey, I wouldn't be a craftsman if I didn't love every moment of it. Ho!
Those Roman soldiers are hard at work.
Oh, as long as the festival goes down without a hitch, that's all that matters. Why? Because tonight's the night of the big arm wrestling tourney, obviously. I'm not letting these rippling muscles go to waste after all the reps I put them through. Whew, thank goodness I got out of the clink before the festival started up. I'd be going against the sculptor's code if I let all these jobs sit around undone. My brother finally made it back from the prison. He said the Monstrums helped break him out of the shady sector they were keeping him in. Ha, never would have thought I'd have so much to thank those Monstrums for. We've closed up the smithy on account of the Victory Day Festival. No less work for it, though. I'll have to push to get these deliveries through on time. Oh well, I plan on treating everyone to a little break for today anyway. That shield that Potts made's not fit for the shelves just yet, but at this pace, he just might improve enough to sell one at next year's festival. Hey, I gotta say, my halfway apprentice has got me full of expectations. So the shield I made still wasn't good enough to put up for sale. It sucks, but at least Master herself finally recognized my potential. I won't give up. I have come all the way here from Romn for nothing if I did. Oh, hello there. You must be here because you received my request. How delightful. Thank you all very much. You said the reefs for a cenotaph at the cemetery were damaged, right? I understand that you're planning on providing replacements for them. Allow me to explain. In honor of the Victory Day Festival, reefs are hung on the cenotaph in the cemetery. When the festival concludes, the reefs are stored by the training bureau. This year too, many things were stacked on the wooden box the reefs were kept in. The box was crushed and the reefs inside were damaged. Oh no, poor reefs. Chalk up to piss poor warehouse management. I accept full responsibility for this mishap. The tradition started to remember Saint Rosvita's heroic feats during the war. It's been around ever since the church declared her as a saint. And that's why it's so crucial that it isn't cancelled this year. The shop is acclaimed for its repairs, so I came here seeking help. In our line of business, we fixed many an old relic, like ourselves for instance. I am humbled that you entrust our little shop with such an important undertaking. They're broken, but they're not beyond repair. Their foundations are still intact, thankfully. But it will take time, more than what we have to fetch the materials. And we'll need fresh flowers for the reefs. They aren't easy to come by. I see, I understand your situation. Good thing about a flower shop, as well as several spawn points. If this is to honor Rosvita, then this is my responsibility as well. Perhaps we could assume the task of procuring the materials, Adol. Yeah, let's get the materials.
Yeah.
My, such wonderful boys and girls. That would help us immensely. Thank you all very much. There are 2 materials that we need to complete the memorial reefs. The first of them are white ribbons to decorate the reefs with. The tailor in the main square should carry them. The main square, sounds easy enough. And the other is memorial flowers. They can be found growing all over Balduq. However, it's tradition to decorate the reefs with the most beautiful snowy white flowers. At this time of year, such flowers bloom on the Seal Canyon Trail. I've heard about this. In the canyon where the sun shines, blooms pure white flowers that glimmer like snow. It's a very rare trait, even for the species. We've been to the Seal Canyon Trail before, so it won't be too hard to look. Alright, field trip. I always wanted to go flower picking. I apologize for asking this of you all. We'll get the reefs ready to attach to the decorations. The canyon is a treacherous place. Do look for each other, out for each other out there. Welcome, welcome. Looking for something extra festive to wear today? You tell Giselle you need some white ribbon for the memorial reefs. Oof, the reefs broke. That's rough. I happen to have some overstock, so no need to pay for it. Just a sec, okay? White ribbon. Thank you so much. You are a lifesaver, metaphorically, of course. Don't mention it. Honoring those lost in the 100 Years' War is an important tradition. Galea's foundations were built on their deeds after all. It's the least we can do. Kinda spooky that they broke on Victory Day, though. Let's just hope it isn't a bad omen. Huh, if only this chick knew about the ultimate Grimwald Nox coming up. Not to mention Zola running about. There's definitely a feeling of dread in the air. Well, we better fix up those reefs if we want to start driving it all away. Indeed. Everything okay? Those looks on you guys could fray a finished seam. Oh no, we're just talking amongst ourselves. Thanks for the help. All that remains is to gather the glistening flowers found in Seal Canyon. It said they bloom in a sunny spot deep within. Let's search for them. Wow, Gil, look at those! Sunlit Canyon, pure white blooms, snowy shimmer, it checks all the boxes. No doubt about it, these are the flowers used in the memorial reefs. How curious, here they bloom especially brilliantly compared to others of their kind. This spot likely meets its optimal growing conditions in terms of climate and terrain. Awfully convenient of them to bloom just in time for the festival, though. Let's try not to take more than we need, okay? With that, we have gathered all the requisite materials for the memorial reefs. Let's return to the antique shop, such that Rodaria and Melissa may assemble them. Oh, you've brought the ribbons and the flowers for the reefs. These are just the flowers we need. You have our thanks. With these, we can now fix the reefs. I'm just happy we could help. Now then, we have work to do. It will be just a moment. You may stay as well, Dale. Thanks, you're all the lifesavers. Rodaria and Melissa got to work right away. Once the reefs were completed, they went to the cemetery together. Wow, these reefs really ended up coming together. Not that I expected any less from you, Mr. and Mrs. Reindal. Oh no, we hardly did a thing. Though I think I speak for all of us when I say these reefs outshine the previous ones. We have the beautiful flowers and ribbons you all collected to thank for that. And now the souls of the saint and those lost in the war can rest in peace in our year. I'm just glad we could help. Meh. Actually, knowing Aprilis gives all of this a bit of a funny feeling. Indeed, but at the same time, a certain sense of accomplishment as well. You can say that again. Thanks for your help, Mr. and Mrs. Reindal, and to all of you as well. We'll make sure to take extra care of these. Wouldn't want to put all of your work to waste. Thank you for going through the trouble of collecting everything for us. We'll just be going back in the shop now. Oh yes, we do have our little side project to be completing. Now then, I hope you all enjoyed the Victory Day festivities. Oh, same to you. Side project, huh? This piques my interest. Upon deliberation, they did mention having a few materials for the reefs left over. Well, it couldn't hurt to go in and sneak a peek, right?
That actually went pretty well.
How about this one?
Oh, Rodario, that one simply won't do. I think girls these days prefer frills like this one has.
Oh, for crying out loud, Melissa. You don't like any of the ones I pick. Maybe this would be easier if you just picked it yourself.
I do have my opinions, but I could never decide all on my own.
Oh my, what a pleasant surprise. If it isn't Krisha and her friends. Wait just a moment, dears. I'll go prepare a pot of tea. Oh, you don't have to do that. We were just in the area, so we thought we'd say hello. Oh, you'll have to excuse us, dear. We were a tad preoccupied. To be precise, I wanted to make Anemona a new clothes out of the leftover ribbons and flowers. I wanted her to have a pretty new set in time for the festival. And it might have been finished in time for the festival if it weren't for your knelling. Well, I only want Anemona to have the most adorable clothes in town. And they must be inspired after repairing the reefs. Looks like it. We should probably leave them be. I'm sorry, Krisha. Please come back anytime.
Is everything okay, Anemona?
Yes. I was just thinking about Melissa and Rodario's conversation. It reminded me of something.
Of something from your past?
Yes. A memory from many years ago. Of a time I spent with Rosvita. With Aprilis.
What do you think, Anemona?
What do I think? You wish to know if that dress is defective?
No, silly. It's a new outfit for you to wear. It took me a long time to make these. It's a present from me to you.
A present? Then shall I give you something in return?
You don't need to give me anything. I just want us to be friends, Anemona.
Papa has already instructed me to do so.
Wait, so Papa, so this must be after the original Rosvita died.
That's not what I mean. Why? How could you do that?
Your doll was getting old. I merely attempted to give her a new body. However, I did not expect her soul to reject it and disappear.
Oops.
But you didn't have to throw her away!
What is the reason for this outburst?
You don't know anything! I've had Anemona since I was little. She was my only friend!
I can't believe my eyes. I thought you were gone forever. But here you are. I want so badly to take you with me, but you have your own life now, and I can't risk losing you again. Goodbye, Anemona. Until next time.
She didn't take you because she was worried about you. It sounds like Aprilis was actually a pretty normal girl.
I'm kind of relieved to hear that.
Anemona, you're smiling.
Oh. So it seems dolls can smile too.
Anemona.
So what you were looking for was Aprilis all along?
Perhaps, but only in the beginning. Now I wish to find a way to end the Grimwald Nox forever. Aprilis has been fighting alone for so long. But now, I can do something to help her. I do not want for her to feel alone again.
We'll help you. I'm sure we'll find a way.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe we will.
So, what do you all think about this Zola guy?
From what I know about him, he sounds unpredictable, and his magnum opus is anybody's guess.
Yeah, I just hope that we'll find out soon.
Well, that takes care of all the urgent requests we had. But Aprilis still hasn't gotten in touch with us. I do wonder what's going on with her, but waiting around would only waste time. Let's return to the dandelion for now and see if there's anything else we can do. Where have you been, Adol, my darling? My heart nearly turned to dust waiting for you to come home to me. Maybe I've over-dramatized it, but just a tad. Did something happen, Chante? Yes, you see, there I was looking over the bulletin board as I always do. And there it was, a request from none other than our stout friend, Warden Belger. Belger? Can you believe it? I thought at first it was a joke in poor taste. But as it turns out, it really was from Belger. What did it say? According to him, there have been sightings of strange monsters on the Stott Road. Tell him to do it himself. He's got grunts of swords, right? We're not pest control. Do not be so quick to dismiss it. There's something peculiar about this. Strange monsters. Perhaps the research wing has something to do with this. That's true. Maybe that's why he's asking us for our help. Knowing him, he wouldn't have unless he was desperate. Might as well humor him. The Hieroglyph Knights are a bit curtailed at the moment, being on probation. Poor guy must be scrambling to keep up without them. There's been an influx of tourists here to see the festival, and they may be endangered. We've also received a similar request from Carla for this reason. Adol, my darling, will you consider it? Something has to be done. I concur wholeheartedly. Nobody is more qualified to hunt monsters than you all. Tish. The report indicated the presence of unusual beasts in the vicinity of a Stott Road. Right, we should try to stay attentive as we make our way down the path. Looks like they decided to save us the trouble. These guys are practically common pests around here. Now let's clean them out so we can find what we're really looking for.
Excuse me!
Done and dusted, as they say. Was it just me, or did those monsters seem a little more hairy than usual? Now that you mention it, it did kind of feel like they were afraid of something. Everything okay there, Credo? Huh? Oh yeah, just almost got carried away for a sec there. What do you mean? We checking this road out or what? Pick up your hooves already. Well, hey, Credo. Lemures? Recommend that Adol be well equipped. Well, he is well equipped. Let's go. Shh, keep your heads down. Those are Lemures. How did they manage to get out here? It's just a hunch, but I have a feeling that these are the unfamiliar beasts that the warden meant. That is highly probable, yes. Works for me. Let's send them packing. That takes care of that. Yeah, but still, why would the Lemures turn up in a place like this? Perhaps Rosvita may be able to tell us. Which reminds me, Aprilis still hasn't gotten in touch yet, huh? No, enough. Come again? God, this ain't nearly enough. Credo! Kill me already. What's with him? I am not certain. This is sudden, even for him. I said... Kill me already. I dare you to try. Eek! Adol, this is... More! Ha, here they come! Another wave of Lemures. What? Where'd they even come from? It's almost as if it was Credo who called them forth. Gaha! We can talk about it later. Understood.
Where are you going? It's over! It's over! It's over! Where are you going? Up yours! Where are you going? It's over! It's dangerous! Pull back! Where are you going? It's over! Let's get this party! Say your prayer! Tear the thread!
Kaha! Erg! This is hard to watch. Credo? Eh? What's going on here? Did I do all this? Indeed, you appear to be enjoying yourself quite a bit. Ah. What happened to you all of a sudden? Yeah, that was extreme, even for you. Again, huh? It's like you already know, I've got a tendency to get a little worked up when I'm fighting. But for a while now, I've been having a hard time holding it all back. Just when I thought I was in perfect form today, too. So you're saying that this has happened to you before? Not to this extent. I completely lost all sense of reason until just a bit ago. God, I guess I'm no different from the Lemures once I get like that. Credo. Well, now's as perfect time as any. I'll be dipping out for good from here on. What? Now hold on just a second. Dipping out for good? You can't even do that, can you? I'll fight my share in the Nox, but for me, this chummy crew charade ends here. Besides, you saw how it was back there. We're all better off this way, right? All I wanted was to give that Zola guy a good wallop and to kiss her anyway. No one's stopping you. We can work this out. Ha, don't kill yourself. Catch you later. Ah. Wait. Can you believe him? Acting as if this is nothing. Actually, I think he's been ready for this ever since he realized what was happening. Knowing him, I'll bet he just chose to keep quiet about it this entire time. I know he did. That's the part that pisses me off the most. Credo's not exactly the best person, and he's incredibly scary too. But isn't there anything we can do to help him out at all? There has to be a way. Yeah, there has to be. At the very least, we have managed to successfully fulfill the warden's request. Perhaps we should return to Balduq for the time being. You're right, there's not much we can do for him now, even if we wanted to. Let's go back to town, we can figure out what to do from there. Adol! Rosvita! Where the heck have you been all this time? The Victory Day Festival is about to begin. My apologies. It turns out I had more to address than I originally expected. I can see you've taken care of the Lemures that escaped me just now. It was almost as though something had been luring them outside of town. Wait, you were chasing those Lemures from earlier, Aprilis? We did end up defeating them, but Credo, he... Did something befall him? Adol and the others tell Aprilis the whole story of what happened with Credo. I see, so that's how it went. What do you think we should do? In all technicality, nothing. He will be summoned to the Grimwald nonetheless. That's true, but still... This impending Grimwald will be as formidable as I anticipated. The fact that the Lemures are appearing in our plane of existence attests to that. Our time is running short. Credo must compose himself sooner rather than later. How much do you know about Credo, Rosvita? Given he was originally a comrade of mine, I'm fully aware of the kind of man he is. Allow me to tell you what little advice I can give. You, Adol, are the key to resolving this. I am? That's right, only you can bring Credo to his senses. Now then, follow me. Wait, where exactly are we going? To tame a feral hawk, of course. Thanks for stopping by. So I wanted to make another stop. But the whole damn town's packed thanks to the festival. You there! You appear to be quite skilled. Perhaps you could honor us with a match. Pip, don't make me laugh. I thought I told you, I'm out of the group. Besides, I can't fight you even if I wanted to, thanks to this horseshit curse. He's right about that. How did we get around it? We don't have to. The circumstances have changed since last he tried. Adol is, in a sense, no longer the same Crimson King he once was. That, coupled with the power of the Berserker, is enough to lift that particular restriction. Berserker? Simply put, it is now possible for the two of you to cross swords. You don't say. Well, now you're talking. But do not misunderstand. Losing yourself to the depths of darkness is in no way a victory. You must awaken to your truest self, Credo, to who it is you really are. Don't know what you're saying, but as long as I get a bout with His Majesty, I don't really care. And a bout you shall receive. I prepared a venue. Follow me. I don't think I've ever seen the Colosseum so vacant before. Yeah, though it won't be for too long. The Pendleton Company had this time slot blocked out for us in particular. Carla did all that? Well, actually, it was my father who helped us out this time around. Wow, talk about family connections. Everyone, they are starting. The both of you are prepared, I trust. I, Aprilis, shall bear witness to this battle. No objections here.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Glad to know we've got the legendary saint here playing referee. Enough, stand ready. That power, he intends to begin with it. I can only imagine how long he's been waiting for this. Are they going to be alright, you think? It's going to be hard to just stand here and watch them duke it out. It is not in our place to interfere. We must leave this matter to Adol. I'm sure I don't need to tell you this, but I ain't showing you a lick of mercy. Begin! Alright, this battle of Credo is solo. He doesn't deal too much damage, though his multi-stab move is pretty hard to dodge because of how fast it is. Yeah, don't be fooled by his low hit point count. There's actually multiple rounds here. I think he clipped me right as he died. Seriously.
I hope that blockhead's satisfied after this.
I still do not understand why it is they are fighting.
Eat this! Get skewered! It's over!
Alright, this should be the final round. I hope.
With the next strike, this will finally be behind us.
I'll take care of this!
Surprisingly, he managed to survive the extra skill, but not the rest of my skills.
You're as good as I hoped.
Nothing beats this feeling. You don't think we're finished, do ya?
I'm ending this here. I'm just getting started.
Yeah, with your face in the dirt.
They're still at it. They can't even hold their monstrum forms anymore.
Those two never cease to amaze.
This reminds me of how Kratos was when he first fought Shadowlar. No, I think he's even more determined now. Oh!
What is it, Krisha?
Is it just me? Or is Kratos' darkness starting to fade?
Huh, maybe it's because he's not in his monstrum form anymore.
Damn it.
How about it? Are you done yet?
Like hell I am. You've gotta be kidding me. I can't lift a finger.
That is the consequence of succumbing to the darkness without knowing how to control it. But it's impressive you've lasted this long while carrying it inside you. I suppose you have Shadowlord to thank for that.
Huh? What are you on about?
For a long time, your only goal was to defeat Shadowlord. Your determination offset the negativity of your darkness, helping you maintain a balance. When Shadowlord was killed, your goal was no more, and your determination faded. That's when the darkness regained its control over you.
It makes sense. Did Shadowlord know?
What? There's no way in hell.
You are a homunculus of a warrior known as a Berserker. Their strength and darkness were two sides of the same coin. Does this sound familiar?
Since I was a kid, I was good at just about everything without putting in much effort. For a long time, I didn't get how people could be dedicated to anything. But that all changed the first time I got myself into a sword fight. The fear and thrill I felt as I eluded death with every swing of my sword. And then the ensuing euphoria after surviving the life-threatening ordeal. For the first time, I felt alive. I had finally found meaning in my life. Not long after that, I watched Sister Lisa die right there in front of me. After that, things changed. I started challenging strangers, anybody who could put up a fight. I could only feel alive when I was staring death in the face.
Contrary to what you believe, you're not a fighter, Kratos.
What'd you say?
Being good at everything made you feel like nothing was worth dedicating yourself to. But then you finally found something. Something you couldn't pick up right away. For the first time, you felt the desire to improve yourself.
A desire to improve, huh?
The satisfaction you feel stems from overcoming your weaknesses. This instinct is the very darkness inside you, and the source of a Berserker's power. There's a thin line between conquering the darkness and being conquered by it.
You're not making any sense.
At this very moment, as you lie there helpless on the ground, what do you feel?
Pissed off at how I didn't stand a chance against him.
If you were truly angry, would you be smiling?
I'm smiling?
Perhaps you feel like you found what you were looking for. You might even feel gratitude toward your opponent.
Huh?
You must have felt the same way after you lost to Shadowlord.
I was grateful to him?
Warriors like you need a fair fight where they can realize their fullest potential. As long as you understand this, you will never be swallowed by your darkness again. Things are often simpler than they seem. You need only to change your perspective. Dr. Noah told me something. He said that Shadowlord and Sister Lisa were childhood friends.
What?
It's possible Sister Lisa asked him to watch over you. I am as much to blame for placing you in that orphanage to begin with. I'm sorry, Credo, for everything.
That's a whole lot of jabbering just to embarrass me. For someone they call a saint, you sure are a pain in the ass. I give up. You win, alright? I guess I can stick with you guys a little longer.
Good. Welcome back. I have you to thank, Adol. Now, we can face the Grimwald Nox as a complete team.
It appears all is well now.
Ugh, you guys really had me worried.
Hey, how's it feel to be dragged home by Mommy after running away?
Come closer and say that again.
I'm just happy that Kratos back.
Yes, I think we all are. I need to speak with you all about what's to come. Let's continue this discussion at the Dandelion. Adol, would you please carry Credo?
Not in a million years.
What's the matter? Big boy Quato can't walk on his own?
You little shit. Enjoy it while you still can.
Always happy to help.
Got a bunch of gold.
Oh, why does it have to be the Victory Day festival of all days?
It's the day when the monsters are most active as a result of their amassed enmity. Monsters are more vicious today than any other time in the year. It's a testament to how deep the scars left by the 100 Years' War really are.
A 100-year war with a 500-year-old curse, huh?
And now they're overflowing into our side.
Civilians will be out celebrating. We'd best exercise caution.
Yes. Tonight the Grimwald Nox will appear. And it will be like none other you've faced thus far.
How will tonight be different from the other times?
If it were just more monsters, it may not pose a great threat for you Monstrums. But the truth of the matter is, we don't know what'll happen until the time comes. I searched as much as I could, but I can't be certain of anything.
So, we're going in blind?
The Grimwald Nox is nothing more than a shell that the gods created. What resides within it is determined by the emotions it has accumulated.
Like the kid said, we're going into a wolf's den dressed like sheep. Well, I suppose it wouldn't be much fun if we knew exactly what to expect.
Did you find anything about where Zola is? You mentioned that we might not have to fight him after all.
Yeah, nobody's heard from him.
I doubt that coward would have shown his face anyway.
Even I do not fully comprehend Papa. He does not see the world as we do. As his prior actions suggest, there is nothing he will not do to complete his research. I am not the best judge of character, but I advise against thinking of him as an ally.
He was a remarkably adept strategist during the war and was always true to his ideals. We had more than our share of arguments because of that. We should expect that he will intervene.
He seems pretty quick to turn a blade against his allies from the 100 Years' War. Not that I wouldn't do the same to him.
So, what now? We just gonna sit on our hands until the Grimwald Nox?
But there's still the danger of monsters appearing in the city. It couldn't hurt to go look around.
Yufa's right. Either way, we'll all come back here when it's time.
Be vigilant in areas where enmity may have accumulated the most, especially places that have ties to the 100 Years' War.
We'll keep our eyes peeled.
That might explain why there are more Lemures spots in town than usual.
So the plan is to patrol the city until the Grimwald Nox emerges.
The clock's ticking. Be careful out there, Adol. Now might be a good time to polish up your equipment and top off your supplies.
And do come home safe and sound, okay, my darlings? I'll have a glorious feast ready for you once you return.
More quests. Oh boy. The ultimate Grimwald, huh? Kinda hard not to be nervous about it. But it's times like these when my weapons and armor can protect everybody the most. I may not look any different, but I know for a fact my smithing skills improved. I want to become a blacksmith that people can rely on, like you guys, but with a forge.
Here I go!
It's up to us to keep this city safe, and we'll do it together. But I'm not gonna give you any thing until I get the next recipe, which will apparently let me skip this current set that he can make. I need to be careful with my resources because everything is just so hard to get.
Yeah.
Hi, Adol. Iris and Orpher and me are just taking a break together. You guys are gonna go around to see everyone, right? Let me give you this then. Dried meat? There's a super scary Grimwald coming up soon, huh? I won't be able to help when it does, but I can give you this right now, at least. Because, well, Teal and me owe you, you know? We didn't have any friends or family left until you gave us a place to stay. See the smile? It's only here because of all of you were there for us. So, yeah, come back safe, okay? Look, how do Yufa and Chante keep this up all day, every day? You guys just fulfilled some quests, right? Good on you. I suppose your recent episode wasn't such a big deal after all. Here, take this. I don't need it. Mushroom pudding. Don't get all mushy over it, alright? It would merely be an inconvenience to me if you went to the Grimwald Nox and prepared. And good luck out there, okay? Hey, Adol. Are you tired?
What's wrong?
No, that's not it. This is good timing, actually. Got a moment?
What? Don't look at me like that. Just thought I'd say thanks.
Thanks for what? You sure you're feeling alright?
Yeah, I'm sure. Aprilis said the same thing. I'm usually against thanking people for doing things I didn't ask for. But I figured I owed it to you two. Anyway, take it or leave it. Doesn't matter to me.
You look content. What do you think about what Aprilis said?
About being a berserker or whatever? I'm still looking to go out with a bang. But at least things make a little more sense than they did before. You can sleep easy knowing I ain't gonna be losing control and slicing people up anymore.
You think that right now Kratos might be willing to talk more about himself? What did you think about Shadowlord? What do you think about Sister Lisa? I can only ask one question? Seriously? Probably Sister Lisa.
Well...
Lisa? What does she have to do with anything? Fine. I guess I do owe you an explanation. But it's not gonna be the answer you were hoping to hear. Lisa cared about me more than I deserved. She always listened whenever I had something to say, even the trivial things. Thinking back on it, this power of mine awakened after she died. If she were still alive, I'd probably be having a drink or two with her right now. Shadowlord too. Guess this is what happens to people who get too close to me. That goes for you too, Adol. Don't say I didn't warn you.
You're the same Kratos as ever. I think you've changed, Kratos.
You think? Well, after our duel at the arena, I think I learned a thing or two about you. And now I found a new appreciation for fighting. That super Grimwald Nox or whatever can't come soon enough. Personally, I don't have a problem with this curse sticking around.
That wouldn't be good for me. What would you do if it went away?
Huh? Guess I've never given it much thought, but traveling and fighting like you doesn't sound so bad to me.
Would you like to come with me? I don't travel to fight.
Then...
We'll probably fight a final boss again.
You're kidding, right? That's a hard pass. I'm just gonna enjoy the upcoming fight. I'll figure out the rest when it comes.
Your affinity with Kratos is now at max. As your raid max level. Getting me to say stuff I'd never say on any other day. No use crying over spilt milk. We've got this ultimate Grimwald Nox coming. We'll deal with the rest later. Oh, Adol, I was looking for you. Here, this is for you. It's all I can offer you at the moment. Panacea? With Zola's watchful eye upon us, I'm afraid that's all I can do for now. But it doesn't change that I'll be back you in your battle. Not even I can begin to fathom the plans Zola may be concocting at this very moment. No matter what it is, you are the only ones who can stop him and find the truth.
Have a moment?
Aprilis just informed me about the Lemures. She told me that suppressing the Grimwald Nox will force the Lemures into temporary dormancy. For now, just do your best.
Adol.
Your battle regrettably will go unnoticed and unrecognized. Regardless, know that you will be heroes of Balduq. We at the Dandelion will do what we can to support your fight. You've come. I presume you've seen the bulletin board at Bar. Another formidable foe has revealed itself. It would be a great help if you could find the time to assist me in subduing it. Bualadh-Orgh. Bualadh-Orgh. Okay. I apologize, I was engrossed in my memories. My comrades. Aprilis looks to be lost in thought. You should leave her be for now. Ask about Bualadh-Orgh. Allow me to explain. The Bualadh-Orgh serves as guardians and executioners of the catacombs. One of their sinister kind has somehow seen fit to wander outside of its domain. Now it lords over the Keening Highlands. It'll be chaos should it head for the city. Consign it to oblivion. That'll be all. Sounds tough.
Adol.
Oh, Adol, how are you and your Kratos wounds from earlier healing up? I did what first aid I could, but dueling right before the final battle, that's just reckless. I suppose you two are still boys at heart, in that sense. Not that I dislike that. The big moment's finally coming up, right? Let me know if you need anything brewed.
Take care out there.
It's you.
The sun's setting. With it, the foul spirits that prowled at night are growing stronger. It reminds me of that day, 8 years ago. My mission has already been completed. This time I will act according to my own volition. I will do what I can to prevent casualties. Contact me if you have the need. Adol, you've come at the perfect time. Tell me, have you ever smoked a cigar? It's times like these that one could use a moment of respite. And I've got some quality rolls here just for that. Why not take a puff or two with me? Margot gives you a lit cigar. You take a puff. You don't find it to be very enjoyable. It doesn't taste great. I think I'm doing this wrong.
There's a method to smoking cigars. First, inhale the smoke slowly and deeply, and continue breathing through your nose. Roll the smoke inside your mouth. Let the flavor settle on your tongue. There's not a single crease or blemish on that face of yours, Adol. It might be several more years before you'll appreciate a good smoke. On a different note, you may have seen this around the city. It seems the Bells of Freedom have taken up the mantle of local militia. They're providing security at the festival, even patrolling the city for crime. They're doing a good job at that, considering they were intended as a stand-in for the Knights. The people acknowledge that, and who knows, maybe they'll stick around. And you know who made that possible? You did, Adol. We are all grateful to you.
I haven't done anything special. Did you plan this from the beginning?
No.
Possibly, but I never anticipated that the Bells of Freedom would flourish this much. Glia is on the cusp of change, and I believe that change will bring about a brighter future for this city. Oh, Adol, you've been traveling for many years, haven't you? I've often speculated how Glia compares to the rest of the world. As one who isn't a native Glian, what is your impression of it?
I like the people who live here. It's a land I've come to care for.
Is that so? Would you mind elaborating?
You bring up the Monstrums and all the experiences you've had in Balduq, and how the things you've learned from its people, its history, and its troubles contributed to your own growth. You tell her that all of your adventures are unforgettable, this one included.
That's a wonderful perspective. It fills this old bag with pride, knowing the young ones treasure the city in their own way. If you wouldn't mind, I would love to hear of your other unforgettable adventures. Your tales would pair nicely with these fine cigars.
You continue speaking with Margot until you finish your cigars. Okay, maxed out. Rousing speech has maxed out too.
I see.
Ah, now I see. I do recall some whisperings of a spy under the secret orders of the late king. You've had to clean up his numbskull family's messes both at home and abroad. Seems the royal family had more support than I realized, dysfunctional as it was. All I did was comply with my mission. I don't think I care for your commentary. Unless you'd like to talk about your great successes burying the past. Or were you planning on having the remnants of the bells do it for you? Well, aren't we perceptive? I've taken my dues for my deeds, but I can't deny I still have my concerns. Seems we're alike in that respect, aren't we, Maxie boy? Haha. I don't know what you're getting at. Regardless, there's no denying that we have to get through the Grimwald today. You said it, we're putting our lives on the line here too. Not just for our city's sake, but for the future of our youth as well. I'll always be rooting for Jules, you can be sure of that much. Go on now, don't worry about me.
There's only one more nail in the coffin left in my notebook. Work hard, so the ones looking after me can live in peace. It's a difficult one.
You're not adding anything else to your list? We'll need to overcome the Grimwald Nox first.
You're really gonna ask that? At some point, I pretty much gave up on waiting for a treatment. But is it wrong that I'm still holding on to a sliver of hope?
This may be just a patrol, but we should stay on guard regardless. We don't know what it is, but this Zola is definitely planning something. We'll need to be ready for anything he might throw at us.
Hey!
An ultimate Grimwald, huh? This is gonna be a tough one. Aprilis said countless warriors lost their lives during battles just like this one. I only hope you don't end up as one of them. But I don't have to tell you that, do I? There's only one way to tackle it, and that's with everything we've got. Oh, Adol. Chante's a really nice guy. He treated us to this meal. Yummy. Chante's cooking is the best. I wish the food at home tasted this good. We'll like it. We like it here a lot, as you can tell. So you don't have to worry about us.
Well, if it isn't...
Oh, Adol!
Adol, darling, can I see you for a moment? I made a little something just for you. You have a difficult fight ahead, so this will give you the stamina you need. Flaky Baguette. Where's this Zola and what could he be doing right now? He went so far as to reveal his true identity to you. Given everything happening to the city and the saint, he must not be content with spectating. Whatever it is, do be careful.
Darling.
Adol.
I'm aware of the situation, but I would like to request something of you. It would please me if you would join Rosvita and I outside. I'm uncertain if we will have another chance to do this.
Anemona, is this what I think it is?
So you remember, you promised that we would have a tea party after the war was over.
Yes, I did promise that before I left. I can't believe you still remember. I'm sorry, Anemona. I should have been the one to invite you. This was very thoughtful of you.
The food looks great. Am I intruding on anything?
Yes. After I told Yufa about the idea, she prepared this lovely meal for us.
But I have to wonder, how did Anemona get her soul back? Apparently it left her dull body at some point. Weird. Did Zola somehow put it back in?
During the war, she'd always find a way to make scarce rations into something delicious.
You were always too busy playing outside with boys to learn how to.
Was it really necessary to bring that up in front of Adol of all people?
Were you thinking about something? Do you remember something else?
What's wrong?
No, it is not that. I was just curious to know how it would be to feel the world like the both of you.
Feel the world?
Yes. I am only a doll. There are many things I do not understand. The warmth of the sunlight, the gentle breeze of the wind, the aroma of this tea before us. I wish to feel it too, and to learn more about this world that you two love so dearly.
Anemona.
I am not used to having thoughts like this. Are they good thoughts? Or are they bad thoughts?
Or whatever you want them to be. It's a good thing, of course.
I am only a doll. As such, I should not be having these thoughts to begin with.
You've grown up, Anemona.
Rosvita.
I think having those thoughts are what makes one human. I wonder, Could it be that the thing you were searching for wasn't me, but your own self?
Oh, I remember. When Papa's alchemy experiment failed, I lost my soul, and as punishment, I was separated from you.
You've been through a lot, Anemona. But you found what you lost, and you're finally with me again.
Oh.
Welcome home, Anemona. My best friend in the whole world.
I am home, Rosvita.
Thank you for bringing her home, Adol. You're the reason I was able to keep my promise to Anemona.
I wish to thank you too. It is as if there was a haze within me that has now lifted. Rosvita is right. I was really searching for my own self this whole time. You have my deepest gratitude, Adol.
Affinity maxed out. Okay, Errant Knights. I have a situation with the Hieroglyph Knights put under probation. I'd like Adol and the others to help with this as possible. I'll be waiting at the entrance of the Garden Grotto. /crown. Xavier, life by the sword. I have a request for you, sons as it may be. Can I get you to come to the ancient battlefield? There's something I need to get a hold of. It'll no doubt prove worthy to assist you in your plights. I'll be eagerly awaiting your arrival, Rusty. But that place is locked off. I have to actually beat the Nox first. Wanted Bualadh-Orgh. Ugh, it looks very strong. Hey, did you know they hold a remembrance ceremony on the day of the festival? They set up memorials at the cemetery. It's real quiet there, but real pretty too. You should go check it out, mister. It's super worth it. Take it from me. We decided to spend the night of this festival together as husband and wife. It's been 20 whole years since we tied a knot. It's the Saint's grace that's kept us together for all our ups and downs. Praise be. Because I'm an adult, I have misgivings about what I have started to feel. However, I wish to experience the enjoyment of black tea. I suppose it's a privileged spot. Is this what they call temptations? Is a puzzling notion. That incident the night stirred up the other day caused mass chaos all around. Apparently it was Lord Belger who... Okay. Where are the winds that the monstrums frequent this place? And with all the weirdos working here, this bar's word meets the eye for sure. My mind's drumming up so many conclusions, I can't just pick one. It almost feels like I'm closing in on some sort of forbidden truth here. Something's going on in this devil's den, and I'm gonna find out what.
Professor Valen.
I want you to have this. It's a pear tart. This is my absolute favorite dish, but I don't recall ordering it.
Oh dear.
Professor, do you forget? You don't remember what day it is today, do you? What day it is? Ah, yes, I do remember. Today is the very day I met you 3 years ago. Yes, that's correct. That's also when you gave me the Norse mask. My life hasn't been the same since that day, and it was all because of you, Professor. I can't ever do enough to repay you for helping me find happiness. That's why I'll keep doing everything in my power to help you too.
Silhouette.
Oh, is that so? Having an assistant would indeed be helpful. Then in that case, to us, Silhouette. Yes, to us.
Adol.
Oh, I was just checking the inventory with Yufa. With the current turnover, we're in deficit of supplies. At the same time, it's nice that the customers are happy. For their sake, we can't let the Lemures come into our world. It's moments like these, and I'm glad I'm a monstrum. Let's keep giving it our all, Adol. Whoa, Adol. How long have you been staying there? I know. I haven't been myself lately. Actually, this is the perfect chance. Sorry, Adol, but can I steal you for a moment?
I hope you don't mind coming out here with me at a time like this. I wanted to talk to you about something I didn't want anyone else to hear.
Is this about your siblings?
You mean...
How did you know? I guess you know me better than I thought. You already know I'm adopted, right? Well, I haven't told my siblings yet. I was planning on telling them when things weren't so chaotic, but I've been so preoccupied with work and taking care of them. I'm scared knowing that time is getting closer by the day. I'm not sure how they'll react when they find out I'm not their real sister.
That's a tough situation. Are you going to tell them?
About that. Now that we know we're homunculi, not only do I have to tell them that I'm not their real sister, but also that I'm not a real human. I don't want them to be afraid of me. Sorry, Adol. I didn't mean to unload on you like this, but I'm also too scared to tell Felix. You're the only one I can talk to.
You told Yufa that her siblings would be fine and that she didn't have any reason to worry. You continue to reassure her. You tell her that no matter what she is, the time she spent with them as family was real.
Huh. I never thought about it like that.
Aha! Caught you cheating!
Ood?
Hey, Adol. What are you two up to? Hope it's not something Felix would be worried about.
What? You're not gonna cry, are you? I wasn't really gonna tell Felix.
Hey, Ood. Let's say, hypothetically, what if I wasn't your real sister? If I wasn't related to you at all, what would you do?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Can you just answer the question, Ood?
I guess I'd be pretty surprised.
I see.
But nothing else would really change.
Huh? But, hypothetically, you'd have been living with someone who was lying to you. Wouldn't you feel betrayed? Maybe not want to live with me anymore?
Nope. You've been working hard to take care of us on your own in place of Mom and Dad. You ask me, that's what a real family's all about, blood related or not. You could be a Roman or a Monstrum for all I care. You'll always be our sister, Yufa. No matter what.
Ood.
What? Are you still hung up about not being related to us?
Ood, how did you know?
You see, well, hypothetically, remember when you used to have a diary?
Don't tell me you read it. I can't believe you. There are things about Felix in there.
Well, it's your own fault for leaving it on the table instead of putting it away. You're the one who's always telling us to put our stuff away. By the way, Mark knows too, but Elle doesn't really seem to get it either way.
You... Ood! Why, you little...
Whoa!
Hey! Get back here, young man! I'm going to crush you with a really, really big hug!
Oh, gross! Get away from me! Go do that with Felix!
Hey!
Are you still worried? See, I had nothing to worry about.
Yeah, you were right. Thanks again, Adol.
Your affinity with Yufa is not max. Valkyrie maxed out. Krisha is so dependable. It's no wonder she's so good at running her own flower shop. I'm going to have to follow her lead and work just as hard. The Lemures coming into the real world. This is a worst case scenario. But no matter how bad it gets, I won't let them harm my siblings or Felix.
All right.
Let's work even harder for the people of Balduq.
Shall we begin our patrol, Adol?
Aprilis said to be careful in places related to the 100 Years' War.
I'd say that means we'll find the most monsters there.
Okay, let's start in those areas first.
All right, let's go, team.
Adol.
Are you worried? Something in your eye?
What's wrong?
It's not that. For 500 years, I've fought with my homunculus allies, much like this. I've watched them as they grew up, and I've watched them as they died. 500 years of killing Lemures, and grieving over my fallen comrades. Over time, the weight on my heart turned it cold and callous. The pain that used to be there was replaced with emptiness. It was easier for me to think of them as puppets, and I their puppeteer.
I don't blame you. I can't even imagine.
Well...
But this time, it's different. Each of them have their own challenges, their own concerns, their own unique lives. Their futures shine more brightly than the darkness I chose to live in. They reminded me of what it was like to feel human. And you, Adol, were the one who made that possible for them.
I haven't done much. You're the one who took me in.
How could I forget? Would it be selfish of me to say that I no longer wish for them to fight? Will there ever come a time when they'll know peace?
I don't know. Anything is possible.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. We need only to focus on the obstacle before us with all we can muster. I'll be counting on you, Adol.
Adol, Credo, you all made it. I take it you saw the request I submitted at the Dandelion. The Knights are stirring up the trouble again, right? Never a dull moment, even on probation, eh, Seneschal? Leave him alone, Credo. So what's the situation exactly? It must be quite grave if your expression is any indication. Well, the Hieroglyph Knights are going through a rather uncertain stage right now. With Master Shallard gone, talk has been turning to future policy direction. But since the revolt at the Governor General's office, Seneschal Gilbert has gone missing. What? That's not good at all. I haven't heard any rumors about this in town yet, but I imagine Romn would prefer to avoid any further uprisings. Yes, without our master and commander, our power has greatly diminished. The plan was to conduct search and arrests covertly during the festival, but I couldn't bring myself to just sit by, so I ended up chasing a lead instead. Gilbert is holed up inside here, I have no doubt about that. I fear he may be playing another revolt in lieu of the one that failed. Can't teach a crotchety old dog new tricks, I guess. So what's Seneschal number 2 planning to do about it? Normally he'd report to the Roman garrison right away, but I get the feeling that this might be a final turning point of sorts for the Knights. Attacks such as this cannot be entrusted to another. I must resolve it by my own hand. As you exchange both words and blades with the Master, I would like you to join me. May I ask you to lend me your power? Of course it'll help.
Yeah.
Honestly, I couldn't give a damn what happens to the Knights either way, but maybe this will help to set things right, for Shallard and Lisa both. Credo. Thank you, Adol, and to you as well, Credo. Let's settle this matter, once and for all. These traces indicate the presence of a great number of people. There's no mistaking it. Then my hunch was right. This must be where they barricaded themselves. The bridge to the prison seems to have collapsed. We'll need to hurry. And let the search begin. We're not letting those Knights stir up another revolt on our watch. Seneschal Lucian! How did you find us, and why are Monstrums here? They must have had lookouts posted. Where's Seneschal Gilbert? Because the rumors of you consorting with those felons was true after all. In the name of the Celestial Master, we shall stop you here now. Ha, bring it on.
I want to get even stronger!
You won't, Whew, they've certainly earned their place as elite knights. In any case, this is more than proof enough that we're on the right track. Let's press onward. Seneschal Lucian, so the Monstrums are with you. You're not getting to Seneschal Gilbert if we have something to say about it. Master Shallard's will shall endure in us, and with it the future of Glia itself. Open your eyes, Lorraine. Down that path lies nothing but ruin. Save your breath. The only language these guys understand is force. Master Shallard! They fought for nothing more than their own conception of justice. That's kind of what all fighting is really. We have to hurry. My fellow Seneschal shouldn't be too much further now. Seneschal Gilbert, all knights bound for the prison are ready to deploy. Very good, begin repairing the bridge. It may be a ways away, but so long as we retake that facility in the restricted sector, we will have everything we need to carry on Master Charlotte's dying wish. So that's your aim. The homunculi are gone. What? How did the monstrums get all the way in here? Wait, that man with the it's Sir Gilbert. Lucien. To think you'd managed to track us down to this extent. But I suppose if anyone could, it'd be you. Kristen, Lieutenant Eiblinger aside. I see how it is. You guys were in cahoots with the Shalar this whole time, huh? It's only natural. He wouldn't have been able to conduct so many covert operations alone. Collecting as many specimens as he did would have required an abundance of manpower. He seemed not, however, particularly informed on the status of his alchemical pursuits. As the Crimson King stated, the remaining homunculus reserves no longer exist. I do not believe it possible any longer to carry on Shalar's will as you intend. Ah. That can't be. Sir Gilbert, it's not too late to turn back. This isn't what Master Shalar would have wished for you. I beg of you, don't deceive yourself on what the knights are meant to protect. You're the spitting image of your brother back in the age of the old Glean army. With that, he survived that battle 8 years ago, as Master Shalar had. I'm sure his words now would have been just the same as yours. Nothing but saturating dribble, every word callow and naive. The Master's names are our own. We will restore Glea's pride and peace at any cost. Even if it means disgracing chivalry itself to renege on our pact with those vile Romans. Or arresting a certain seneschal to quell his attempts to return us to righteousness. Ah. Turn back, you say. This blackened path we swore upon is the only one we have left. If taking it should lead to our doom, then so be it. Glea will be ours to restore. Yes, Seneschal. That's no reason to fight. Like we need one. Looks like there's no getting around this, pretty boy. They made their choice. We made ours. It's on us to follow it through. Now that's the knightly way. And I'll do just that. Even if it means taking down my wayward comrades. Adol, everyone, prepare for battle. Prepare for battle, that's it. Why don't we get the cool called arms? Nothing wrong with short and simple. Get ready.
Right there! I got you!
Not done yet.
Wow, that was fast. We did it! Wish I could say that was easy. But you had more of a spine on you than I thought, for an old geezer anyways. The insolence. And so it ends. Were you? No! Lucien, you cur, why would you rob me of my only solace? I've already taken my path to its end. Must you force me to wallow in my shame? We will bring to pass a Glea where all may live in warmth and joy, where none must suffer or weep any longer. What? It's something I mentioned to Adol not long ago. An oath that the Master, that Shalar and my brother made together 10 years back. That oath was about to be broken right before my eyes, that's why I had to stop you. Ugh. Master Shalar was far from the only loss incurred from the revolt. Now's the critical moment. The very integrity of the Hieroglyph Knights is at stake. It's like you said, I'm still naive. I won't be able to do this without help. Not just from the Knights, but the people of Glea, the Monstrums, even the Romans. So please, won't you lend us your strength as well? Together we can carry on the will of all those who are no longer with us. But this time we'll do it right, by protecting this land that we love, our home. Ha ha ha. You demand an old codger like me to stand up again? Your audacity never fails to astound me. However, there's something I finally come to understand. The meaning behind what Master Shalar had said back then. Huh? It would seem the arrangements for his transfer to Romn have been finalized. I intended to ask his help eventually, but he's still his younger brother in the end. Master Shalar, don't you think we're being too lenient in dealing with him? Suppose we send him to Romn and he betrays our intentions, what then? I understand your affinity for the boy, but our justice requires a firm hand to exact it. There's no need for worry. What information he holds is hardly enough for Romn to act. Besides, we will have need of someone like him once everything is taken care of. Even the chance that our plans do not go as expected. Huh? How do you mean, Master? Nothing you need concern yourself over. It's a little more than a hunch of mine. Master Charlotte said all that. The Master had his reasons for appointing a young man like yourself as seneschal. Reasons beyond a simple favor for an old camaraderie's sake. Sir Gilbert. Gilbert and his squadron returned to the Knight's chapter house soon afterward. They were then given a harsh punishment for violating the terms of their probation. I can't express my gratitude enough to all of you. Thanks to you, we stopped Gilbert before he could even lay even more chaos upon the town. Kinda naive to think this puts a neat little bow on things, you ask me. Guess that doesn't sound too convincing coming from a feral maniac, though. And always got one too many things to say, don't you? I agree, though. The crimes I committed won't just disappear from apologies alone. What's important is atoning and making up for those mistakes, bit by bit. That's how people grow. It's better than standing still.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the most any of us can hope for. I'm sure Dad would have said the same. Perhaps this is what it truly means to be human. Perhaps so. We've no shortage of hardships ahead, but they're nothing we can't surmount together. You said your ultimate battle was nearing soon, correct? Know that as your comrade in arms, my sword is yours whenever you may require.
Always happy to help.
Slash crown obtained? Oh no, here comes the Nox.
Finally, a chance for some real fun.
The 100 Years War Memorial Service will begin in the cemetery shortly. A war of 8 years is hardly comparable to an entire century of brutal conflict. If only we had our own saint to lead the gleaned forces to victory. Just where did we go wrong? This calls for reflection. Adol, would you mind if I borrowed you for a moment? Master Shadowlord's death is being treated as a disappearance in the public eye. It won't be long before people forget him entirely, without a second of grief to spare. It'd be a disservice to him. All he did to his final moments was love his home. As such, I'd like to pay my respects by setting up a grave in his memory. It's the least I can do for the Master, for my brother's best friend. It's our duty as the few who know. Should I drag Credo along? He already turned me down, actually. He said that it wasn't his style. I suspect he may have done so out of consideration in his own strange way. In any case, follow me. I have the perfect place in mind.
His name can't be inscribed here, but this is the perfect spot. He'll have a view of the city he loved so dearly. Master Shadowlord.
Are you alright?
Are you okay? Yeah. I can't believe this is how I would say farewell to you. I wish I could have said it to you in person. I wish I could have said a lot of things. Until now, all I wanted to do was surpass you as a knight. Now that's never going to happen. Not that it would have happened anyway. I'll carry on the promise between you and my brother, so you can rest easy now. I hope the two of you are up there, laughing together like you always did. Thank you, Master Shadowlord, for everything you have done. Thanks for keeping me company, Adol. To be honest, I'm not sure what's going to happen to the Knights. All we can do is wait on the outcome of the negotiations between Romn and the Church. Regardless of the outcome, I'll continue walking my own path. I want to be someone Shadowlord and my brother can be proud of. I won't flounder about like a coward anymore. And the first thing I'm going to do, Adol, is give you my unconditional support until your fight has been won. I swear it, upon my sword and my soul.
No, maxed out. Okay. So small relief that we were able to stop Gilbert and his squad in time. But for all of you, the ultimate battle is still coming up, isn't it? Call on me if you ever have the need. As comrades, I'll help in whatever way I can. Oh, Adol, are you available at the moment? There's a personal matter of mine that needs attending to. I would like you to accompany me if possible.
Would you fill that bucket with water? Hail, venerated King of Gods, Grimnir. The land, air, wind, and spirit of Glia. This day marks the forthcoming of our greatest tribulation. I beseech thee, bless our battle and thy land with thy protection.
Is that a Norse ritual? Do you do this every year?
This is...
Yes, though it is a simplified version. I perform it every year to hone my conviction and sharpen my focus. You've experienced encounters with gods in other lands, haven't you? As it so happens, I've had a similar experience myself.
When did that happen? How did that happen?
You mean...
It's quite an eventful story. At a time when I was still known as Rosvita, I grew up in a modest village. All the villagers were passionate devotees of the Norse religion. I led a peaceful life there until the day I nearly died pulling a drowning child from the river. That was when I met the King of Gods. The weight of his presence was boundless. In exchange for saving my life, Grimnir imparted a mission unto me. He tasked me with expelling the forces of the god who opposed him. That god was Luki, and the forces blessed by him were Bratai's army. To realize my mission, I volunteered for the Glian army. It was there I met my companions.
So that's the troop of the 100 Years' War. That's an incredible story.
Yes, but in today's world, it is known as a war between nations, not gods. After 100 years of war, Bratai no longer had the morale to continue their losing battle. It was at this time when the gods Grimnir and Luki were both slain upon the other's blade. In the chaos, I was deceived by the King of Bratai and sentenced to death by burning. After that, the Norse religion in Glia was gradually superseded by the Hieroglyph Church. That was my life, my past as Rosvita. I cannot change my actions, nor do I have any desire to. My only wish now is to continue protecting the land that my companions fought for. I am beholden to them for leaving the war in their hands.
Thank you, Aprilis, but you're not alone now.
You're not the first to tell me that. My old companions would badger me to no end about it. Don't go fighting on your own. You can depend on us, you know. Hold out your hand, Adol.
Diablo ring.
Grimnir gave that to me. It's an emblem of authority given to the leader of the demigods who fought the Balduq. Though most of its power has faded, I want you to have it, Adol.
I'll take good care of it.
Yeah.
I know you will. It's not my intention to burden you, Adol. If something were to happen to me...
Hey, there they are.
What brings all of you here? Were you looking for us?
Yes. We began to worry after you two had not returned. We traced your footsteps here.
What have you two been doing so far away from town? We can't take our eyes off of you for 1 minute, can we?
Guess the Saint's more human than we thought.
What are you on about?
Stop it, you guys. We're just glad that you're both safe. Wow. The view of Balduq from up here is incredible.
You can feel the energy from the festival even from here.
Whoa! I can see my fields! And look, the Colosseum!
You can see that far? Trying to spot Felix? I guess there's no stopping a cow in love.
Love? That's rich coming from a violent, runaway bird brain.
Can we stop wasting our time with this nonsense?
Hey, what's the matter with you?
I was just reminiscing about some very dear friends of mine. Listen up, Monstrums. We're all going to pray to Grimnir to watch over us in the next battle. I know. How about we do some last-minute training? We need to be at our very best.
Let's do it. Have you always been like this?
Yes, I believe I have. The years have made me lose sight of who I was. I haven't felt this kind of relief in a long time. Thank you, Adol.
After that, the 7 of them prayed to Grimnir for victory. With their newfound conviction, they returned to the Dandelion. Okay, maxed out all her skills. Forgive me for taking up your time earlier, but I feel that it has strengthened the resolve of the team. Victory is within our reach. Let us grasp it together, Adol.
Consume them! Get back! Valkyrie, consume them!
Oh my goodness, it's got projectiles!
Consume them! Consume them! Consume them!
Holy shit, it's too strong. I see, if it goes too far away from its spawn point, it will actually waste time trying to walk back. Nice! Subdued it.
Leave it to me!
Damn, how did Worm find me? Report.
How did it go? Oh, job well done.
Yeah, it's easier when you have so much open space to snipe it from.
Use this well.
Crystal Shield. This will save me quite a bit of time. You have my gratitude for your efforts.
All right, that went great.
Thanks for tuning in to this Let's Play of Ys IX Monstrum Nox. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and or hit that bell icon.